Hey YouTube, this is episode 4 of the iCut 60 plasma cutter saga. I didn't expect to have to make this video quite so soon, but it died already. In fact, it didn't even last 10 minutes. Last episode I showed some demonstration cuts through 3mm angle, and that all worked fine. I did probably, 6 or 8 inches worth of cuts. They seemed to be fine. The cut's quite nice and neat, and let it go at that. Said, yes, this is going to work fine. But we've progressed a little bit since then. Next, I cut up some thin sheet metal. It was only 0.7, 0.8 of a millimetre, which is about 32nd of an inch. I could have cut it with tin snips, but hey, I had a plasma cutter and I wanted to use it. As sheet metal was for the shells for the welding cart project, which I'll be uploading as soon as I get that video assembled. As I said, it was very thin sheet. Could have cut it with tin snips. The plasma cutter did a nice neat job of it. The cuts were fine. The plasma cutter seemed to work perfectly. I couldn't see any faults with it at all. I was actually very happy with it and thought, okay, this is going to be fine now. Over the teething problems, fixed the initial hiccup with the switch on the handle, and everything looked good, so I thought. Next, I discovered that I needed some 50mm by 3mm bar stock, and I didn't have any. But I did have some 50mm by 3mm angle, so I decided to use a plasma cutter to split that down the middle. Now the piece I had was about 1 metre long. So I started cutting it and got about just under half a metre through it. The plasma cutter overheated and stopped. So I put it aside, went on with another job. Thought it was a little bit strange that it overheat so quickly. It'll cool down in a few minutes. But it didn't, so after about 15 minutes it was still overheated. So I put the job aside, went away, came back several hours later and started again. And this time I videoed the attempt, and that's what you see here. The chalk mark shows where I got to with the original plasma cut. So let's have a look at the next attempt now. I'll put a timer on the video so that you can see how long things went for. The actual cutting starts about 45 seconds in, and cut lasts for just over a minute. It stops about 1 minute and 50 odd seconds. And that's when the machine overheated again. I'll just speed the video up for a second till we get to the start of the cut. It's obvious from the spark stream that my cutting speed is a little bit uneven, but everything goes along quite well. The cut's very clean from the side that I'm working on until the machine overheats, and then that's all she wrote. It's a little bit hard to tell from the angle that this video was shot at, but this second cut is actually shorter than the first cut that I made with it. So it hasn't lasted as long this time before it overheated. Now we'll just have a look at the plasma cutter itself. As you can see, I was cutting at 39 amps. This is a 60 amp plasma cutter, so I certainly wasn't asking too much of it. I'm going to speed the video up. We'll leave it mainly focused on the plasma cutter itself, where you can see that the overheat light is on. After 30 minutes, you can see that the overheat light is still on. In fact, once again, the machine was not usable until I went away and returned a few hours later. When I returned again, I decided to give it one last try, and this time it failed, for it got to the end of the last little segment that was remaining. It cut all bar about 5 millimetres of it, which is just under a quarter of an inch, and overheated again. We went through the same procedure of waiting for several hours before the overheat light went off. That's been pretty much the last straw for me. I'm no longer interested in having this repaired or replaced. I've simply had enough of Chinese plasma cutters, and I'm going to order, or have ordered in fact, a brand new Hypertherm. I will give a report on that once it has arrived. Your mileage may vary. You may well buy a Chinese cutter and have it perform flawlessly. I hope you do. On the other hand, you may want to take this under advisement before you decide to risk purchasing one yourself. I was lucky. Since I had videoed and documented everything that had happened with the machine since it arrived, eBay was able to step in and ensure that I got a full refund for a broken machine. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it and got some useful information out of it. If you did, please click like and consider subscribing for more.